questions, feel free to raise your hand and I'll walk on over. So does anyone notice this bright orange fish in here? Does anyone know the name of those bright orange fish? Fish? Garibaldi! Yes, Garibaldi. They are our skateboarding fish here in California, so they're near and dear to our parks. They are named Garibaldi because there was an Italian leader during the Revolution. He wore a lot of orange garb, and he helped lead them through their revolution. And he was quite aggressive in his tactics. And Garibaldi, they are orange, and they are also very aggressive. I've been scuba diving in the kelp forest, and I've had them get all up in my grill. Even though I'm 100 times their size, they definitely are more than 100 times their size. They want to make sure they're protecting their areas. The males will have a very beautiful nesting site for the females to provide away their eggs. They're going to make sure everything is safe and sound. And if any other males come by, they definitely will let them know not to be near them. They're so aggressive in fact that the babies are this beautiful orange but with a lot of blue, bright blue dots. Now, sometimes the animals have bright coloration that tells them that they're toxic or they're poisonous. But those juvenile Garibaldi have those colors just to notify the adults that they are juvenile. They don't really know what the science is yet. Here we have some cleaning equipment entering into our kelp forest tank. Here's a vacuum again. And you'll also see that our divers are ready for Halloween. Lindsay and Lauren are going to be sporting a beautiful skeleton costume to match with Skelly, our 12-foot Home Depot skeleton. Now, as our divers entered into the water, at the very top, they gave each other a thumbs down. Now, that just means let's start descending down. Now that our divers are down here, what should we say to them? What? We can wave. We can wave. If everyone waves, if they're looking up here, they might be busy at first. They'll wave back to us. Now, once they look at us, though, to tell them that everything's okay, what hand signal should we do? Thumbs up. I see some people are doing a thumbs up. If we did a thumbs up, that means something's wrong. We gotta go up to the surface. This also means okay, but the more widely known everything is good. There we go. We'll give them an okay. So once both our divers are down here, we'll give them that universal sign that everything is okay. Here we have one of our species is my favorite. This is the California moray eel. Now they are fish. They're just very interesting fish. Those California moray eels have a long fin that goes from their dorsal all the way down underneath their body. And they don't have great eyesight, those eels. Instead, they go based off their sense of smell. Here's our other diver entering in. Another cool thing about moray eels, here we can give the okay sign. Another amazing thing about moray eels is they have two sets of jaws. So they'll take a bite of a fish, and just like in the movie Alien or Predator, another set of jaws will come out further in their throat to grab their all the way. The parental jaws. I was once asked the question, what fish would have the most cool texture if you touched it? And I said, probably the moray eel, but I would never touch it because I don't want to lose the fingers. So we're also going to be doing some work on the glass to make sure the glass is all clean. If you look up towards the top, there's a beautiful light coming in, and that is exposed to the air, to the sunlight. This is the roof of our aquarium. So we have a lot of algae growing, more than just the algae we want to grow, that's giant kelp, but also algae growing on the glass. So we'll be scrubbing some of that away. Now it looks like our other diver is going to be fixing up some of our skeleton's decorations. Here we've got feather boa kelp. You can see that different species of kelp there. Both are brown algae. They look a little different than each other, right? But they both rely on the sunlight and that cool water to grow big and tall. Different parts of kelp. Look at our giant buxy mask. She's being sassy today. Well, that is our giant buxy mask. It's kind of hard to tell the size of the fish because this is 12 inches of acrylic glass holding back 70,000 gallons of seawater. So it can kind of skew how we see things. is 5'8" in length, so that's 4 inches taller than I am, and she's about 300 pounds. That's not even maximum size that they can get. Some say that they can get up to 600 pounds, but I have never seen a giant black sea bass that big. When you are diving the golf course and those come by, it's like you're swimming next to a VW hub. There's our eel making another appearance. The giant black sea bass is a federally protected species off of our coastline. So there's no hunting allowed of those giant black sea bass. That's because in the past they were fished and hunted almost to extinction. Out here, when you look at the beautiful view at Tideful Plaza, you'll see our pier. And as you look at those beaches, those are marine protected areas. So MPA is another way to call them. From the pier down south towards La Jolla Cove, that is the Matlahual Reserve, named by the Kumeyaay people that lived here. And that area, being a reserve, you can't take anything at all. So